Mic test, mic test. Alright, so today's video, we're gonna be using the ice spear. Like, I barely ever used it until recently, but oh my days, the moment I did, this weapon's amazing. Because you have this vulnerability penetration, which grants you crit hits, like a normal counter, at no risk at all. I guess the only problem with it is that you can't parry, but it's honestly not big of a deal when you can just spam Qs. You just do your ability and then you hit them. And then you just repeat that over and over again. And if you get fortunate enough, yeah, look at that. That was like 500 damage, which is absolutely insane. And so here's the whole thing that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be using a level 3 ice spear. And I'm going to be using a level 4 ninja armor. I suppose you really need speed for this. Otherwise, you won't be fast enough to evade attacks, because this thing doesn't have parry. But yeah, alright, so I'm just going to be blazing through Heroic Tundra, because I've did it like 2 to 3 times, and honestly it was so much easier than the last video, which is really surprising. So I suppose this is the new best way to grind Tundra. And I'm going to just show you how we do it. So I'm using the same ring as last time with the double fire element, the dragon ring. I love using this spear. It's so like, there's something about it that makes it really satisfying to use. Because you don't have to worry about any ghouls like blocking your way. Look at that. I one-tapped them, which is insane. I suppose the build that you can use for this is just spirit capacity and flame again. Honestly, recovery, you don't really need it, because you're going to be using your M1s and your heavy attacks to kill these guys. Get more spirit capacity. I suppose when you want to use, make sure because it's a good crowd control button, you can just freeze everybody that comes into the radius. And don't forget to get lifesteal 1 at least. This isn't like the other weapon, like last video where you have healing. And then we can just go flame element. Flame element will always be my favorite upgrade to get, because of how much damage it deals at high pace, and it stacks. So if you slap him 2 times, you do double damage, which is insane. And what's his last guy? The thing about this as well is, let me get lifesteal. So the thing about this spear is when you right click, you don't have to worry about the ghouls disappearing, because you stun them long enough to just kill them fully. And I suppose it works well with sorcerers as well, but you just gotta be careful of the enemies around you. It's like a free hit and then... Okay, what? Look, this boss is probably even easier than whatever I just like went through. Just dodge this. Just put the ability down. Just ensure you spam until you run out, obviously. Look at that, he's already half health. It wasn't even that difficult. Yeah, I'm really well done. Yeesh. Just be careful about your stamina. Stamina is really important with this. Okay, take 2, because I don't know what just happened there. We don't talk about it. And so we just spam the heavies. And be sure to be aware of your stamina, because this thing loves to eat up all of your energy. Just dodge his attacks like this. Just spam its vulnerability as much as you can. I suggest you do like the heavy attack and then double spam it. And okay, launch me away twice. So you throw a heavy, and then you double tap. And you repeat the whole thing over and over again. Look at that. Really easy, very simple. And because this is the second try, I suggest you get stamina. Stamina is so important with this spear, and I figured out the hard way. Because it's heavy and you're going to be consistently dashing instead of parrying. So you have to be aware of that. Because this takes energy as well as the dashing. And it's going to be a problem if you have low stamina. I suppose the good thing about this spear is that you can charge your heavy and dodge at the same time. We did that. Which is pretty good, considering how, I don't know, games usually don't do that for you. Alright, so we get flame. That's what we need. Don't worry about thorns. Thorns is different now. You don't need HP. Unless you're like, really worried about that. All you need is life still, honestly. As long as you have good armor, you don't have to worry about getting HP or all of that. Ooh. I really hate those little kidnappers. Hate them. Honestly, my least favorite mob in this entire thing. I honestly hate it more than the second boss. Game? Oh, what the frick? Look at that. Can't go invisible because just one tap. It's simple. I suppose it would work with this level 2 version of the spear as well. I don't think it makes much of a difference. See, this is why burn damage is amazing. Even if you get grabbed, they burn to death, so you don't have to worry about the after damage. I really need life still. It's gonna be a problem if I don't have it. More stamina. I love that. The reason why you need stamina for this is because you can spam this consistently without having to worry about losing. If you have low stamina with this, you're cooked because you don't have parry to save you, and that's really important on this game. Just do the little 2-piece combo, and it's easy wraps. So this is how it looks like so far. I've got full flame element, full stamina, recovery. Wow, my RNG is amazing. Usually that never happens. Usually you have like 6 other things. Again, we're back with the most struggled part of this map. Same thing. Just go around, hitting them, forcing them to teleport. This is always going to be one little guy. Make sure you don't hit the boss while he has this green force field around him. Because if you do, he has like really special thorns. And if you hit him, you're going to take a lot of your damage away. A lot of your HP, I mean, sorry. Ooh. Okay, what I've realized is that if you click your heavy attack on them while they're stunned, it would still make them play the animation sequence. It should make them still be able to hit you, so be careful with that. So I suggest when you use your ability, don't heavy hit them. Otherwise it will cause them to attack you without you realizing, and you might just die because of that. Already, chapter 3. This is even quicker than the other one that we had. With the vampire eyes. Such a good way to cheese the game because this spear is just so broken. And then for the heavy guys, this just freeze them up. did not have stamina, I would have been cooked then. We can get poison damage. You should always get flame first before poison. I cannot stress this enough. Flame is the best element. Be very careful when dodging. If you're laggy like me, you might have like small delays that might just mess you up. Nice and quick. Oh, lifesteal. Yes, it's what we needed. More like that. But I love lifesteal, man. Such a game changer. And on top of being such a good like level up thing to have, it makes you play a lot more reckless because you don't have to worry about conserving your health. It's just a high chance you'll just get it all back. Like, not like that. I didn't get a single soul from killing all of them. Same thing. Freeze them up. I suggest you get all the ranged people first. Worry about the heavy ones later. Put this ability down. It's always good to target the ones with long range, the sorcerers, the archers. And I suppose because we have nothing left, we can just get rage spirits. The final one. We're already at the boss battle. So much faster. If I knew about this weapon before, I would have used it. Because at first sight, I was like, oh no. This the spear didn't look too good. Because it ruins your parry. But then, you realize its damage makes up for it. As well as its vulnerability. Look at that. I right clicked once and it killed everybody. Pop the ability. I don't think you can right click on this guy, but that shouldn't matter. Look at that. All of his health gone already. Alright, so before he lands, you want to make sure you pre-use the ability. Because if you use it like during the attack sequence, he's just going to fly away again. So pop it like... I'll show a demonstration. So look, before he's about to land, you pop it. And so his animation just doesn't play. So you can just spam and you won't move. Yep. Easy way to cheese the boss fight without worrying him to fly away. Alright.